And I want your theory on, if you have one, on this coronavirus.
Well, you know, I've had the coronavirus for years, mate. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to say about it.
Killa Kela Podcast. KillaKelaOfficial.com.
Yo, this is Killa Kela for the Killa Kela Podcast. Firstly, I want to give a big shout out to Surfshark for sponsoring this podcast episode. Surfshark is a VPN service that makes online privacy and protection easy and attainable. 1 minute on tour with Official in Mumbai doing a live stream profile piece. Next minute I'm on road with Conrank doing a podcast. I need a secure VPN, and as we know, a lot of these countries don't allow you on your social media platforms. So how do I combat that? I literally changed my location on the Surfshark app to say that I'm in London instead of China, and there you go. We're straight into the game, and everything can get uploaded exactly how I want to at record speed. Equally, if you're looking for cheap flights and you're travelling, simply jump on the app, change your location from where you are to somewhere like France or Hamburg, and you immediately get the cheap flights you're looking for. Not to mention, if you're anyone like me and you're travelling and listening to music, everybody knows that iTunes US has an abundance of releases that ain't out on UK iTunes. Simply change your location to somewhere like LA and you're good as gold. To use Surfshark VPN, simply hit the link below, 83% off plus 1 month extra free if you use the promo code Killa Kela Podcast, all one word, okay? Try it for yourself, surf safely. Big shout out to Surfshark. Onto the podcast you've been waiting for.
Killa Kela Podcast Live Show. Step into the live and dangerous world of music and street culture's #1 magazine platform, the Killa Kela Podcast Live Show. Special guests alongside performances, news, reviews, profile pieces to a live studio audience. Your monthly live stream is here. Hit Facebook page Killa Kela Official.
Instagram UK Frontline.
Beatbox created.
Killa Kela.
And we're here to talk about world music and street culture.
Killa Kela Podcast.
How you doing?
How you doing,
How
man?
you doing, man? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Killa Kela Podcast reporting to you live and direct. Shout out to Graffiti Kings. Central as you need to be, incognito style, as we like to do. And subscribe, tell a friend, share. Get on all those podcast platform providers and push the button. Well, we're inside with a fellow writer. He goes by the name of Spyar. What's good?
What's happening? What's happening? You alright?
Yeah, good. Brighton man.
Yeah, well, I'm from Fulham originally.
Fulham originally?
Yeah, I'm a London boy, but I live out in Brighton.
Yeah. Brighton's popping though.
Killed the South Coast.
Did you?
I have done many times, yeah,
Battered.
over the years.
So
Yeah,
Brighton's
it's
got
the
a vibe.
home away from home for me, you know what I mean? But London's still the place where it's been.
Brighton's
you know
got a
what I mean?
vibe.
Yeah, it has got a vibe, yeah.
What was the attraction? I bet it was a bird, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was my baby mum, yeah.
Here you go.
my boy was born
It's always
around
a
there, so
relation.
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's the main reason why I kind of went back there and kind of wanted to settle down a little bit, you know, see the boy more.
It's a slower pace.
It is slower pace, yeah. It's a little bit more chilled, you know, a little bit more relaxed there, but the energy's in London.
Yeah, the energy's in London. I remember the
or
move.
Barcelona for me.
Oh, you're a Barcelona fan?
I love Barcelona, yeah.
For the sun.
The sun, the sand, and the graffiti, and the weed.
Yeah.
They got the best weed, man.
And the tapas.
Yeah, I like a bit of tapas.
Yeah. Everything feels more fresh. In fact, anything outside of London feels more fresher, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just got a good vibe about the town, you know. Barcelona's got a lot of good graffiti writers. You know, they show a lot of love to us London boys. You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm getting more of an idea that they definitely do.
Yeah,
I think the Graff over here is on its own vibe.
it is. It's very anal, I'd say.
Yeah, it's very purist.
It's very, especially the London scene is very anal.
Like, just to retract just slightly, so Spyar, tattooist, writer, and like you say, originally from London. I remember you back in the day. I remember that. I mean, it was more you're very dub-tastic. I remember, like, you know, very track sides. And
I'm more of a street bomber,
Yeah,
I'd say.
yeah.
More than anything, I'm a street bomber.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know, it's all about getting up for me, really.
Yeah.
Hand styles, tags.
Attack.
Yeah, tags where it starts, where it's beginning, it's where it ends.
When did it begin? Tell the story.
It began in 1995.
95.
Yeah, 95.
Oh my God! Yeah, now it is like, yeah, we're talking like the initial smash, you know, because of course we're retrospective here. So the smash of white, black, silvers, you know, in a mad hysteria, wasn't it?
It was a lot of, it was carnage, really, you know. You rode the lines, you know. You'd meet other writers. It was like how it was meant to be, you know.
Where's so it's Fulham all the way.
Fulham, Shepherd's Bush.
Who was it? Shepherd's Bush.
That's where I originate from, Fulham, Shepherd's Bush.
Bush, man. Well, there was some others. Teach.
Yeah, all the best writers come from Fulham.
Hey,
all the best writers come from Fulham. You got
them's fighting words.
You got Fuel. No, it's you got people like Fuel around
true.
there. You know, you've got like Grand Chain.
Yeah.
The original take. You know what I mean? You know.
And of course you've got the Trellick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you had the Grove
Pit.
writers. Yeah, you had Mean and all that boys. But yeah, Fulham had a lot of different writers.
Yeah,
you had a lot of MTS there. You know?
Were these people that you were kind of inspired by, and you got like?
Nah, they kind of fueled the fire,
Right.
really. Because
Who was
I got into it for a graffiti art called Cinch.
Cinch.
Yeah, he started me, him and Misto.
Oh.
From North London.
Yeah.
Because them two were pals, they were writing, I was a bit of a road rat. I was out doing road shit. And I linked up with them one night, I used to go to school with Cinch. And that was it, it all kicked off. They had a tag, they started tagging it up, and I was like, I want a tag.
You wanted to...
And that's where it started. And then, I kind of started going up north with Cinch, because he used to hang around with a lot of the North writers. And I got, my first crew was WAL. That was a North London crew. And, I was repping it around West and a little bit of South. So that's how it kind of really started. But I never really got on with, the main writers of Fulham, down to Cinch. So
really, what? Or just only Cinch then? It was only Cinch.
Well, yeah, he burgled someone's house, and it all got a bit out of hand. And because I was associated with him, it kind of,
muddied the water.
Muddied the water for me, yeah. But I was a super toy back then, and all I cared about was just getting my name up.
Yeah, I mean, what is it with tags and that there's suddenly? I mean, this is only from an outsider's point of view. Definitely more notably seen with Take, is that he went through this style, and there was this this sweet spot where all of a sudden you could see the evolving of his style through his age. But
you can see that of
Yeah, well,
majority of
saying,
writers.
And that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, when is that Goldilocks spot? When is that?
I don't know, because you still have them days where you do rough tags where they look like shit. Yeah. And I don't care. As long as it's there, that's what it's about, mate. I don't care what it looks like, as long as it's there. The name, boom, sweet. If you see it constantly, then you're doing a good job.
Yeah, for real.
Do you know what I mean? Because if you could be, there's a million writers out there. If you're not putting in the work, streets, whatever, blah blah blah, you're just not going to get known. And then when you're going to meet other people and you want to be in the gangs and whatever, no one knows who you are.
Is it? And yeah, it's what's the word? It's coverage.
Yeah, you got to get up. There's a lot of people in AC at the minute that are not AC. They're not all city. They don't even leave the ends.
Yeah, AC's a crew at the moment that is just literally like wildfire. Like,
yeah, if there's a good crew.
Yeah.
No, it's a bit watered down now.
Yeah, you're not the first person to say that.
Well, I've been out the game for a little bit now since I've been tattooing, do you know what I mean? But I still keep my ear to the street, and I still get, I still speak to friends. And I still see what's going on online, you know what I mean?
So you're keeping an ever watch on what's going on?
I could never leave graffiti. It's a curse on me. It's what keeps me looking young.
or grey, rather. Yeah.
You can say that, yeah, or bald, whatever, you know what I mean?
No, I'm talking about that. The grey outfit.
Yeah. Train tracks, mate.
Train track. This is the get-up. This
the look.
It's the new look.
They got frontline for the mask.
Hold tight, frontline all day. Come on. So it all began when you was like super young, then.
Yeah, and obviously, Cinch was in a big crime wave in his teens, and he stopped doing graffiti, and I kind of caught the bug, and just carried on from there. But I was I had a lot of DDS members lining my shit. Remember that? They remember lining me, yeah, for years and years and years. I'm friends with majority of them now. But for years we had an ongoing beef, you know what I mean? And one of them said to me, after about 15 years of it, if you can't beat them, join them. Do you know what I mean? And then that's, kind of started letting me hang around with each other, and it was all, going out and all that shit, you know what I mean?
Isn't that weird?
Just kind of get in, then obviously I meet the King Sham.
Yeah, hold tight, Sham all day.
And we just fucking hit it off, bro. DTB was like the only crew I ever wanted to be in when I was a bomber. You know what I mean? And Sham was the only bomber, proper bomber.
I know, that's right. Sham, you know Sham, as we know, is like highly regarded as a
king of bombing.
King of bombing, and a pioneer of that. He's like done the groundwork basically.
Yeah.
We'll get him on eventually.
One day maybe.
Brighton though. Okay, because we will get into this. I'm very intrigued about the tattoo thing. Tattooing is, it's almost like it's a partnership with Graff these days. It just seems to be like, but Brighton as a settlement. Again, you know, let's go back to the moon. Let's get, what was that? What was the other place? Turnerland.
I never went there. See, I never really.
Is it
did
still
Brighton.
there? Is it even there?
I don't think it is.
Dude, I remember that
people
one.
just paint the streets now. It's all green parties, so you know, if police roll up on you, you're just gonna get a fine, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all changed.
It's strange, yeah. That's why I always tried to stick to the track sides when I was in Brighton, or the street bombing, you know, because you know you can go. I do legal walls, but after it, I'll go and bomb a whole street or go out and do a track side. You know, it's not just one-minded thing, you know.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of like writers. There's Arrow and like all the the list goes on. But I do remember there was a certain time, and I think they cut this like Dars and Hawks and those guys. That falls into an era that it is, you know.
Dyer R.I.P.
Yeah, Dyer all day.
I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean they were like
they were
doing their own thing when I was going up there. You know, I was more of a street boy. My stuff was never pretty.
No.
It was never meant to be pretty. I'm a graffiti writer, not a graffiti artist. There's a difference between us two, you know what I mean? Graffiti writers are all about getting up, hitting it, damage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, more.
Graffiti artists, they want to do all that, but, you know, they want to do it with 30 colours on a wall, like, you know what I mean? Spend all day on it. I haven't got the time and the patience.
Do you think the perception is the people that are graffiti bombers? Like, I mean, you're well.
There is no bombers anymore, really.
No. I mean, you're a well-articulated guy. You know what you want. I mean, in the conversations I've had, you're direct. You're driven. You know what you want, and you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
And you work hard.
Yeah.
People's perceptions of bombers.
But I never worked hard. I was a thief. I was a little common cunt. You know what I mean? I was out there every day. You know, I was out there raising all sorts of shit, just like the rest of them were. But I just didn't want to do that forever.
What changed?
I don't know. It's just all my friends going jail, dying. You know, getting old, turning into junkies. You know, shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't want to end up like that. Stopped a lot of shit in my life. I cut a lot of people out. You know what I mean?
Was that a real thing?
Yeah, it was difficult at first, but once you cut out the dead wood, you know, life gets better.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see it at the time, innit? Because you just go into what you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you think that honed in the aggression of the bombing that you did? Was there an aggression to it? That was
of course there was, you know.
Yeah.
I was growing up in like a broken home. My dad died of heroin when I was a kid. My mum was a junkie. Do you know what I mean? It was angry, and in days you couldn't really hold us down. You know, we could go out and just climb behind a wall and do shit. Do you know what I mean? You could do whatever you want back then. Do you know what I mean? And with parents that weren't really strict with you, I could do whatever I wanted. That's why I ended up as like a criminal. I was 9 years old, going out nicking mopeds and pioneer pullouts and shit. You know what I mean?
Kind of born into the game, almost as suggestible.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but I kind, diamond in the rough, getting polished each day. You know
there
what I
you
mean?
go, baby. That's the one.
You know, I've been around the world. I wouldn't have done that if I was not self-educated and wanting to better myself.
Yeah. Without a question, Graff saves lives, man.
I'm wanting to show my son a better life and how to better yourself. You can always do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're never too old.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, with that life experience of what you went through, do you think that makes it more easier to translate the greater impact if you've got kids? Like, yo, this will happen to you if you do this. I've been there and I know it.
Yeah.
Do you think that resonates with kids?
No, because when you're a kid, you don't really listen, do you?
No.
You think you know it all, but you don't.
Yeah.
You know, with age comes wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also
you're not born with wisdom.
No.
You've got to go through the shit to know what's what and go where.
Yeah.
And take the path you want to go. You know, I could have gone down many paths.
Often, like when you've got your parents telling you not to do something, 9 times out of 10 you go and do the opposite anyway. Don't you?
See, I never had parents doing that though. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I never really had that telling me no. If they said no, I just went and done it anyway. You know, from a young age, I was smashing like guitars up and putting holes in walls and shit. I was always like a vandal, mum. You know what I mean? My mum got me a T-shirt saying "demolition expert" at work. You know what I mean? When I was 5, it was in my head that I'm a vandal from young, basically.
dude, that's crazy.
You know, I used to get off smashing windows. Like, you know, there used to be a place in Fulham, next to Fulham Court, opposite Parsons Green, called the London Transport. Yeah? It was like an old derelict yard. We used to play had and shit in there, but we used to just go in there and smash it up. And it was fun. I used to love it, you know what I mean? And then when I kind of, you know, found a bit of graffiti spray can, I could write my name everywhere and see it walking down the road, and, you know, it was sick.
The buzz.
Yeah, getting on trains and then, you know, smashing it insides and then getting on it like 3 hours later on your train. You're like, right, there's my shit.
Yeah.
It's sick, you know what I mean?
That's mad. It's crazy that you kind of, it was all you knew.
Yeah. Well, it was either that or crime.
Yeah. Did it steer you away from crime a lot more?
A little bit, yeah, because my friends were doing bigger crimes and I was, you know, more interested in getting my name up, and they didn't want to hang around someone that's pulling out a pen every 5 minutes, getting tags on the streets and shit.
Is it a deterrent? You think it's a deterrent?
So they didn't really want to hang around with me too much because I was just baiting them up, do you know what I mean? And when you think about it, if they're out doing a move, you don't want someone just writing their name around the place, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Because their risk is far greater.
Yeah, exactly.
That is funny, isn't it?
Exactly. And all that, they would all laugh at me like, why are you writing your name everywhere? It's stupid.
Right.
And in a way, it is.
It
but,
is,
you know.
Yeah. But it's still...
It is what it is, isn't it?
But it's addictive, and it's this thing that, you know, in conversations, so many conversations I've had, you know, what are the mechanics behind that? Like, what differentiates them persons as...
It depends. Writers and graffiti artists are different, you know. Writers have got a different drive and mentality, do you know what I mean?
No, but criminals. I mean, like hardened criminals that can deem that as not being as more bait than anything they would do.
Yeah.
That's a strange dynamic.
Yeah, but I know hardened criminals that write and they don't give a shit. They'll still go out writing, even though they're going to go and do a big move, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It depends on the person, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess so, yeah.
You know, everyone's different. No one's the same.
What the intentions are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Saved your life, though.
Yeah, I nearly took it a few times as well.
Yeah.
You know, I've had a lot of ups and downs with graffiti.
What was the biggest downs?
You know, snapping my tendon in my knee. That was pretty bad.
Well, from going out.
Yeah, from graphing.
Yeah.
You know, falling out with friends and that. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yes.
Oh, what, just like internal?
Yeah, just up and down. You know what graffiti's like, mate. It's fickle.
Yeah.
You know, it's got no love for no one, really. You know, you're out the game for 10 minutes and no one cares about you. No one knows who you are because there's a new lot just come through thinking they know it all, thinking they've done it all.
There's certainly like these kind of broken, these fractions of Graff. Like there's the aggressive side of the bombing and whatnot. That does come with its own issues, doesn't it? It comes with its own scene and rules.
Yeah. Of course, like anything does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, bombing, you know, you can't. It's the beginning and it's the end.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't have no pretty piece if it weren't for a tag.
Yeah. Like Cap back in the day.
Like Cap, yeah.
Yeah. Is that a general philosophy that kind of still?
Nah, I just think, you know, you're a bomber, innit? You know, there's no, you know, that's what you do. You don't have to have no artistic skill to go out bombing.
Yeah.
You know, just a drive and a nice, you know,
Yeah.
attitude towards it.
I get you.
Go aggressive.
What was I coming to?
Because I was never an artistic writer. You know, I never really wanted to do dubs and pieces. I only did that because people used to say, "Oh, go and do a dub," or, you know, we'll get some piece, and you know, it is part of graffiti. So I saw it as part of graffiti, but it's always about bombing, tags.
What's I coming to? Yeah. So the culture behind that is also infectious, isn't it? The lifestyle.
Yeah.
Was the lifestyle as heavy?
Everything's free.
Yeah. Everything.
Everything's free.
Yeah.
A lot of drugs and drink. Alcohol's a big fuel.
Yeah, I can imagine so.
You know.
And quite easily obtainable if you raise everything.
It's free, isn't it?
Yeah. I do. I find that whole mindset so intriguing because as an artist myself, I've definitely hit breadlines sometimes, which you do. You can't be on it all the time and winning. And when my back's gone right against the wall, I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to do? And I just find it really intriguing that there is actually a life that happens where people just do that inherently.
It's, you know, it's either you live or you die, isn't it? You know, you know, people don't grow up in rich families where we're from, so we had to go out and just take it wherever we wanted. You know, I mean, I remember having to go out and raise food for me and my little brothers and shit like that because my mum was doing whatever she was doing. Do you know what I mean?
Well, so you
So
provided.
you had to survive. You know what I mean? I wouldn't get new clothes unless I went Harrods or Selfridges and ripped the alarm off. Do you know what I mean? Things like that.
Tactics, survival
Yeah,
tactics.
it's tactics. You had to do what you had to do. I mean, back then I was more of a champagne thief because it was pretty easy to get and it was £10 a bottle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Or
I used to go, or more. So I used to go out and I used to nick champagne. That was my thing.
Really?
Yeah.
All
The vintages I'd keep.
Yeah.
All of them. And I had a lot of vintages. Some good years.
Did you keep them?
No, I drank them, didn't I? Probably in a mug with no handle, you know what I mean? But still, it was like the finer things in life. You had to go and get them.
Yeah. And you know,
and when you taste the finer things, you want to know, okay, what else is fine out here? I want to, I want to experience these fine things.
Yeah.
And if you don't go out and get these fine things, you ain't going to get the fine things, are you?
You know what? And I think there is something to be said about that. You know what I mean? You've got to go and get it.
Yeah.
You got to run for it. There's a lot of business acumen that comes with Graff when you really think about it. When you break it down, the marketing tools that are applied now to a lot of things, they were founded by a lot of Graff. The bombing side of things, that's no different to how marketing's done on the internet.
It's how you get known.
Yeah.
I know plenty of train writers that just do trains, solid train writers. They'll show you folders and folders of trains, but they've never done street bombing or never done any track sides. You wouldn't know who they were. No. They could tell you, I'm this guy. I've done 30,000 trains. Who are you?
Yeah,
no one's seeing your name. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
It's like it's like the elusive tags I used to like. Like Swerve.
Yeah.
He had this really weird hand style. Yeah, it was so basic, but he was everywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember.
And
that.
he was aloof. You never know who he was. You never see him. You never, no dubs, no nothing. Just a tag.
I remember that so well, Swerve, man.
Yeah.
There's a few anomalies, isn't there? There's some, and
Yeah.
they're obviously I don't know. They seem to be the ones that get up in the most prime spots, but then they disappear.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, a lot of real writers disappeared due to prison or death.
Mm. Is that a
That's what
a statistic
I would
you
say.
believe?
Yeah, more prison, slows them down more than anything.
Mm. Yeah, I mean.
And then when they get out, they have to be prolific just to let everyone know they're out.
Yeah, like a drug addict going straight to the needle, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then they overdose.
Yeah.
OD on and tagging.
That's it.
It's mad. It's mad.
Yeah.
So, obviously, like Brighton's a very different place, and at the time you were out here, you then moved to Brighton when?
I moved to Brighton about 8 years ago.
8 years
about
ago.
2 years after I started tattooing.
Wow.
In London, yeah.
Where were you tattooing?
Well, I was tattooing out of a shop called 10 Ton Tattoo in Purley, who gave me an apprenticeship. I looked hard for it. 2 years looking.
Was this just something like...
He only liked me because I was a writer anyway. Do you know what I mean? Big up 10 Ton at him.
I'll
know who
take
you are,
10
bro.
ton. Hold tight.
Yeah, so like he kind of, gave me the pardon, helped me out, showed me the ways, and like parted ways with him. Started tattooing from home a bit, going around doing my bit, and then found a shop because for me it's all about being in a studio.
Yeah.
You're not going to be taken seriously if you're not in a studio. If you're not, if you're running around your house and letting people in your house, then they start trying to take the piss. And I'm not about people taking the piss.
The whole idea of the relationship between Graff and like tattooing, it feels like the natural progression.
Well, for me, yeah, it's like, you can't just buff me like that. You need a laser for my shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah. And to be fair, it's took me a long time to grab it. Do you know what I mean? Because I've always been a bit, always wanted to do it the right way. Do you know what I mean? I've got to do my apprenticeship the right way. Always critiquing myself. But now I'm just concentrating on lettering, banging out my letters. I want to push that.
Yeah, it's really coming on, man.
All that
like
gangster shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like the West Coast looking heavy shit.
Yeah, but I'm trying to make it my own, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's got to get an influence from somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't want to do too much biting, but I'm trying to make it my own style.
A distinctive style.
Yeah, everyone's got their own hand styles, their own flicks and whatever, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to progress in mine and try and get better every day, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Explain the techniques of tattooing, just as a layman's...
Well, there's different types of tattooers, you've got the old school traditional tattooers, you've got new school tattooers, you've got neo-traditional, you've got people that specialise in their own specific things, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I want to kind of specialise in lettering. That's where, I love letters. That's where I've always come from.
It's your vibe.
Yeah, hand styles. lettering, nice, blocks. Yeah, down for that now.
Have you ever
I'm ready to execute some shit.
have you ever tattooed a copper?
I have, yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, and I got arrested by their mate, and I saw them in the police station.
Stop it.
That was quite funny, yeah.
Stop it. That's mad.
Yeah, that was quite funny. And the thing was, she had cunt in Arabic.
Stop it.
And I got rid of it. And as she was telling me, it was funny because I can always spot them. I always know the police officer. As I was talking to her, I was like, "What's your job?" And she was like, I work for like a security firm. I went, "You a police officer?" And she went, "Oh, I am, yeah." And I went, "Okay."
It's just crazy.
So yeah, but I don't tend to tattoo police. I don't really like the police, to be fair.
Culture
It's not
going round in full
police.
circle.
The police have hindered my life in so many ways. That no trust.
No trust.
No trust.
No love.
No love.
It's crazy how culture's gone around in full circle, where you've got like public figures, police officers, etc. Having tags associated with them, graffiti tattoos, and it's just a given now.
Yeah, but see, with police officers, they tend to get like tribal. It's non-offensive, you know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
They don't really get any imagery; they just get a bit of tribal.
Is that as the job role suggests? They need to be neutral.
Probably, yeah.
So when when you're a copper and you got cunt in Arabic,
Yeah.
that's got to be a questionable offence, officer.
She got it done in Turkey as well, apparently. So he must have known as well.
Yeah, I reckon she probably.
He could have smelt her.
Yeah, she probably she probably was drunk or something. Must have
I
been.
don't know, mate. She deserved it though. Because the thing was, when I was tattooing her, I was like, okay, I'm going to ask you some questions now. What's the difference between a law and an act? And she couldn't tell me. And I was thinking, you're a police officer. You should know the difference between an actual law and an actual act. Because acts, Parliament and shit. You know what I mean?
What
law
is
is
the
law
difference?
of the
You
land.
can explain that?
Well, a law is like law of the land. It's like no murder, theft, etc. Like criminal damage, stuff like that is an act. It's brought in by a parliament of members, of people saying this should be criminalised. But the only reason why they do that is to make money. So that's the whole police. That's what they're there for, to make money.
Yeah.
Generate money for the rich.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the difference between law and act.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very hard to when it comes to law. With tattooing, for instance, I see a lot of characters and art being done that's kind of copyrightable. Like you get the characters, and I'm like,
I know what you mean. Yeah, but
how can that be allowed?
you could never stop that. Well, the internet's done that because obviously before, if you couldn't draw, you couldn't be a tattooist.
Now you can be a tattooist.
And now it's iPad.
Oh yeah.
Anyone can draw on an iPad.
Oh yeah, true. Like
Anyone
now you
can
just
do
literally
anything,
sketch it out and then you map.
Are you an artist if you're using an iPad?
Yeah.
You might be a digital artist, but I don't think you're an actual artist, because, you can't even pull a straight line without it going over it about 5 times and tapping the pad, That's not art.
Do tattooists use iPads and?
They do, a lot of them do now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and they use a lot of rotaries as well, and shine pens, and I'm loyal to the coil.
Yeah. Oh.
Loyal to the coil, I try and keep it old school, that's my mentality, old school.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like some of the practices need to be like fixed first. You've got to be able to do your shit, right?
Yeah, I mean,
on a hardcore setup, not like cut corners.
I mean, there's some, they've got good rotaries out there, but I'm talking about these shine pens, man. I think they've ruined the tattoo game with the iPad.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Everything is at the mercy of technology nowadays.
Yeah, everything. Even graffiti. You can paint. Like, take for instance, man. I got followers from LA and shit. You know what I mean? All around the world. Yeah. I'll do a dub in Brighton, some legal spot, and it's seen all around the world. Yeah. Before you'd have to get up and go and see it. Yeah. Which is taken the passion. I agree. I've lost a lot of love over the years. And love again, it's like an ex-girlfriend, graffiti for me. Do you know what I mean? It's like I love her, but I hate her at the same time.
I used to love going.
There's
to
a lot
the
of
Hall
bullshit
Fame,
politics as well in it. You know what I mean? People getting bullied over no reason, and people. It's just bullshit, mate. There's a lot of
what mood are you
childish.
What mood are you in about it at the moment? What's your current state of mind?
I'm not in the game anymore, really. In the UK scene, I mean, I've got more love for Barcelona. You know what I mean? Big up Flippes, original G.
Hold tight, Flippes. Yeah, man.
Flippes, it's happy birthday, mate.
Our birthday boy.
Big up Case as well. You know what I mean? He's the one that showed me the ropes out there, boy. He killed it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some serious missions.
Nice.
Yeah, serious missions.
Yeah, big up Case all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I think I have the same thing with music, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
This podcast is a really nice light relief
Yeah.
to what I
It's
would...
like it with rap as well, you know. Rap's it's shit now, you know what I mean? It is. It's not what it used to be, you know. It's
Do you think that's
people
technology?
that haven't even got a decent tone in their voice are rapping, and I find it funny, and they're not even like it doesn't even drop. It's weird.
There's a lot of it.
But, you know, it's the youngsters. It's the young punk, innit? You know, you've always, you know, that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone's got a bit of punk in them.
You into punk music?
I was brought up with punks.
Brought up with punks.
Yeah.
Was that where your mum got the kind of the lifestyle? Was she like heavily into punk?
Yeah, and my dad.
Really?
I mean, my dad's sister, she went out with Topper from The Clash. So, you know,
No way.
that's kind of where I learned a lot of graffiti history as well in the early days of my history because he brought Futura over.
Futura, yeah. Hold on, so... Right, so your uncle...
He's not blood uncle.
No, but your uncle... No.
Yeah, he's a family friend, yeah.
Man, it's crazy.
He was with my aunt for years. She done the Japanese tour with him, and you know, with the Clash and that.
Tell me,
You know.
did he cite any conversations about Futura or anything?
Nah, you know.
Shit was crazy though.
Yeah, he doesn't really say much anymore.
No.
He keeps himself a lot out of it. You know, he's dropped out all the dead wood, basically.
Yeah.
And respect to him for that.
Yeah, I
know.
can imagine there was a lot of like, yeah, you got to get out.
Yeah, You know, in them days it was mad, innit? A lot of drugs, a lot of girls. You know, it's wild.
Yeah, it was a whole different world. There was no social media for stars.
Exactly, yeah. Everyone met down the King's Road in their fucking punk outfit, you know what I mean?
Not got a camera in your face or
you know
anything.
What I mean? Doing their thing, writing anarchy on the wall, you know what I mean? I mean,
Good
it's
day.
like, you know, the first form of graffiti I saw was no parking. He was up.
Do you remember when they were marking off the tags and stuff? And you used to have like these weird black cover-ups. That's it. You know, they used to, you know, just to fucking cover up a tag, though. Just make a big kind of square, triangular-looking black mark.
Yeah.
That inadvertently became
Yeah.
the most up thing.
Yeah. Football clubs as well when I was growing up.
Oh, yeah.
It was everywhere, you
Something
know what I mean?
FC always.
Yeah, I mean, my old man, he used to write PG of FFC.
Yeah?
Around Fulham, and when he used to go West Ham and shit with his mate, yeah.
There's something really endearing about that time. I was talking to Simon about it. It's like, it's so authentically raw. You know what I mean? It's like, to its core, that is, you find that in any cul-de-sac. It's just like, someone just had the fucking, I'm going to fucking put that up. The intent with a can to go and put, you know, FC something.
Mate, when I first moved to Cornwall, you know, I wanted to get away from London for a bit because I had a lot going on. This was back in '98, so I went down there for a year. And I got to this little village on the top of nowhere, arse end of nowhere, called 4 Lanes, yeah. And I was standing by this bus stop and I looked around and all I saw was FFC rule. And I thought, fuck it, I can't get away from Fulham, mate.
I've travelled so
I've
far.
travelled around the world and I'll always see a Fulham supporter wearing a T-shirt somewhere or some shit, you know what I mean? It's like, it's home, innit?
So
you know, so even when I'm away, I'm still repping Fulham 100%.
So you're a big footy fan?
I'm not a footy fan, nah. I've never been a football fan. I used to take my anger out on graffiti, didn't I? Didn't have time for football.
Yeah, I've never understood football personally.
No, I'm not down for watching a load of rich dudes kicking a fucking bit of leather around.
Never really
mate.
got. Yeah. Chase girls, don't chase balls.
Yeah, that's it, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
That's much more fun.
do you think with like technology now, like it hinders the progression? It's like people take a photo of something, like even a dub or a tag, and then all of a sudden it goes everywhere. That's like the new form of like.
Well, yeah, because back in the day, mate, I had a bag full of cameras, mate, and I remember taking a few of them to the camera shop, worrying if I was going to get nicked or fucking they're going to get taken, and then getting nothing back, or just having a finger over most of them.
Shite.
So, you know, I stopped taking pictures. It wasn't my thing. I was just fuck pictures. I was just.
Well, yeah, it just becomes more of a burden.
It's
doesn't
just,
it?
yeah, you know what I mean? You're walking down the road, you've got a camera on you as well, mate. I was never really a cameraman. I was always in it just
Do
for
you
the
use
moment.
your cell phone? Do you use your normal phone?
I'll try, if I ever go out, I'll leave it at home. I don't want it on me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why it's hard to get hold of you. Incog.
Yeah.
All the time. What about when you got bookings and things like that for
Instagram.
tattoos? Instagram all day.
All day.
Yeah.
Keep it through one social media, really.
Tell people what your Instagram is, by the way, just so they can get your tattoo going.
Dirty letters.
Dirty letters, you know what I mean?
Dirty letters. come see me for that lettering.
Yeah. And it's only Brighton, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Brighton. You know, I'm looking to do some guest spots in London. I'm doing a couple of guest spots in Brussels in the year. You know, travelling about.
So you're doing the travel, and you
Yeah,
only
I've
do
been
it.
all over the place. Man.
Yeah.
I've been Norway, done Spain, Tenerife. You know,
Nice.
doing my thing, getting bookings.
Tell me a story about your heaviest mission.
My heaviest.
Come on, that's what they want.
I'd rather
Got
not,
Spire- got
I'd rather
Spire-
not mention missions because then
got
that just
Spire in the
incriminates
room.
yourself in a mission. I'd rather not.
Yeah, all right then.
Do you know
Have
what I'm
ever
saying?
been in
You know what I'm
jail?
saying?
Yeah, have you ever been in jail though?
I've been in jail, yeah, but not for graffiti. I've been arrested plenty of times for graffiti, but I've never been in jail for graffiti. Yeah.
I'll
I'll tell you a funny story.
Tell me
about
a
when
funny
I got arrested for painting a police van. That was quite funny. I'm sure someone's told this before. It's been about that was a funny story.
That's hilarious. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so yeah, you know, I was out at a strip club with one of my pals. I'm not gonna say any names. And we was out in a strip club. I wasn't very well at the time, mate. I had some mad flu, mate. But he was trying to cheer me up, like, "Can't we go and have a game of pool?" So I was like, "All right, fuck it." So we was out at the Queen Anne's. It was the Queen Anne's, I think. Yeah, Vauxhall. So like, you know, I've walked past and I said, "That policeman's been there for a while. I might paint it." So we'll have a game of pool and then, you know, I'll come out and see what it's saying, innit? So, you know, I've come out, still there. So I've said to my pal, like, "I'm gonna go and get some paint. I'll be back in a minute." So I went round the corner because I was living in Kennington at the time. I went round the corner, grabbed my tins, come back, started doing this DTB dub. You know what I mean? Next thing I know, like, I look around, I see these 2 old Bill running slowly but walking really fast. So I've tried to run across the green of Vauxhall and slipped. Next thing you know, I got these 2 old Bill, mate. But I was fucked, mate. I drank half a bottle of whiskey that day. I was in mess. You know what I mean? But
so in your normal demeanour, you wouldn't have even gone there.
yeah, I would have gone there. But I think I would have been a bit more quicker on my toes if I wasn't so run down. But it was funny because when I got to the police station, like, they couldn't believe it. They were like, you know, "What the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing, man?
Dubbing a police van."
You fucking mad.
I was like, "Well, you know, Gordon Brown's just got in." You know, I was giving it all the politics shit. Like, yeah, Gordon Brown's just got in. He's cut everyone's wage. He sold all our gold. So I was gonna, you know, don't trust Brown. But you know, I didn't get to finish. You know what I mean? And they all thought it was funny. So they've all jotted that down. So you know, I'll get released the next day. Obviously, I'll go to Camberwell Court. The judge is there. He's like looking at me. He's reading this thing. I can see a smile on his face, and he's going, "Yeah, 30 hours community service."
Oh my god.
I thought it was pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, but the thing is,
That's a stroke of luck. by
yeah,
the
no,
way.
do you want to even
Do
funnier?
not try that at home.
Even
kids.
funnier was, about a month after I got the 30 days, I'd snap my knee in it, yeah. So I had to keep getting sick notes saying I couldn't do my community service.
No
so
way.
in the end, I ended up going back to court and they just squashed the community service.
Oh my god, you
was
got
quite funny.
lucky. Well,
I say lucky, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
done your ankle.
I'd done me leg in,
Yeah.
you know, but that didn't stop me at the time.
Yeah,
I still went out and still did my bit, you know what I mean? I was probably more prolific with a fat leg.
Yeah, but
than I
that's
am
probably because of the handicap of like knowing you've got that it makes you
Yeah,
a bit more
I couldn't run
aggy.
nowhere, mate. I was fucked.
Really?
Yeah,
How
snapped
long-
a tendon.
how long
I
did it
was
take you out of action?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, it kept on. I kept on reopening the wound as well. You know what I mean? Went out with Mia a couple of times, and you know,
Oh, mate.
he heard it
Big up
snap.
Mia.
He heard it snap one night.
Really? He heard the
Yeah.
clunk.
Mate, his face said it all. It was so funny.
What happens? Is it just
I just
like,
hopped over a fence and he went. This was like the second time I'd done it. You know, I'd already done it a couple of times before that.
mate? I mean, that's end of mission, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
end of a night.
Yeah, well, no, because we still did it. Still did the mission.
That must have killed.
But yeah, I was in pain.
yeah.
And I was on the tag as well. 6 o'clock curfew.
Oh no. Oh crap.
They were mad days.
What's it like on curfews and things like that? I've never,
Bullshit.
Is it? So what
You know,
happens? Do they detect where you are and then? I am completely naive to this,
Listen.
by the way.
Normally, I'd have been home at 6 o'clock. No worries, like, you know, that's what time I normally got home. But when you're on a tag, for some reason, mate, trying to get home for 6 o'clock's hard work.
Yeah. It's just.
It's because I
But
don't know what it is, mate. You know,
Yeah.
as soon as the tag was off, I was at home at 6 o'clock on the dot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. yeah. You couldn't write
know?
it.
Yeah, no, you know, I used to go Brixton a lot, and I was living in East London. You know what I mean? And sometimes she'd get fucked up, or I'd get fucked up, and yeah, just, you know, struggle to get back for 6:15. You know, friends, you know, phone ringing.
What do they
Where
say?
are
What do they
you?
say when you're late?
Why are you late? Where are you? What are you doing?
Really?
Yeah, you know.
And that becomes that. What do you get penalised?
I don't know. I didn't do it enough times.
Oh, right. So they give you a verbal warning on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, it's
Or they
nice.
come round and they, you know, give you a check, see if you're in. It's bullshit.
There's no way to live.
Government bullshit. You know, still imprisonment.
Yeah. But at least you're not locked up.
We're all locked up, mate.
We are all locked up. Are you a conspiracy theorist or are you a reality checker?
I'm a thinker.
Yeah.
I'm a thinker.
What's your current?
I'd
Can I ask
rather
you
just
something?
think and just I'll just think and listen and learn.
Can I ask you something?
I'm not a preacher, man.
Yeah, no, but there are theories, and I want your theory on, if you have one, on this coronavirus.
Well, you know, I've had the coronavirus for years, mate. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to say about it. You know, pat. Nah, but you know, I don't know. It is what it is. It's a pandemic every 100 years, isn't it?
I'm thinking so, but
I
then,
mean, they were putting Netflix programs on Netflix about pandemic last year, so
Yeah.
I think they were trying to tell us a little something. And you know, if you look at
Yeah.
some of the programs that they're kind of pushing on telly,
Yeah.
it's kind of saying, you know, we're fucked.
yeah,
You know, and we are
And they're
fucked. You know,
pushing
there's
it.
too much plastic everywhere. You know, what I mean, don't need plastic wrapped around our fruit for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's dumb.
We don't need that shit. You
Dumb,
know what I mean?
stupid shit.
You know.
with bananas which already
Yeah.
have wraps. But
Yeah, like melons and that. Why are you
Well,
wrapping it in
that's
plastic
stupid.
for? It's just pointless. It's just over wrapping everything. I don't know. It's greedy people.
And what happens is let's remember, right? Fucking China have been eating alternative foods, whatever it is, forever.
Mate,
You go to the
I don't eat Chinese, man. I don't eat
the
Chinese
Ganges,
food. I don't
right?
eat Chinese
People
food.
swim in that shit.
I don't eat Chinese food. I used to, but I worked for a Chinese takeaway when I was about 17, I'd say. I was 17, man, and I see him do
You've
some...
seen it all.
See him do some shit, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? The jobs you're doing it, yeah. I can
He
imagine.
was smoking Marlboros, mate. The ash would get in. It's okay.
Oh my
You know what
god.
I mean? I would be like, damn, man. I used to like a chow mein as well. You know what I mean? Then, like, you know, drag the bin through the kitchen, then drop food on the floor, pick it back, stick it on top of the heat will kill it. You know, it doesn't. You know?
Terrible.
Yeah, I've seen, mate. People sending me videos of them eating raw frogs alive.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fucking frog, man? What's he done to you to do that?
It's just I can't quite work out the culture behind it. I mean, it's so alien, you know.
Well, it is very alien to us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're under halfway across the world, mate, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you ever been out there?
Nah, I think the closest I've been to Asia is the Maldives.
Maldives, nice,
Yeah, it was good.
very nice. You travel a lot you travelled a lot for Graff?
Nah, not for
Just
a lot
Spain,
for Graff,
yeah?
but yeah, just Spain, really, yeah.
Mm.
Tenerife, Spain.
Where would you want to go? What would be the spot?
I don't know.
What about tattooing? Where's the spot you'd like to go? And
I would like to say America, but I don't know if I'd be allowed in America
really,
from my criminal record.
yeah.
Yeah,
How long does that last forever?
of course it does.
Yeah.
You're always on the system, aren't you?
But I don't think that.
And I'm hearing all kinds of stories that
Really?
they want to see, you know, your social media for the past, blah blah. Want to read your texts and mate.
Oh, what if you've?
I'd
got
rather not go.
As in, like, if you've got a criminal record, they
Yeah,
want to see all that.
I'd rather not go.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we got better places in Europe and
Yeah.
other parts of the world.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
You
Yeah.
know, they have pioneered a lot of shit, but can't take that away from them. You know what I mean? But
No.
we're
If
in
they're not
England,
going to
mate.
let you in.
Yeah, they're not going to let me in.
Yeah, I find that interesting. People, the way that countries adopt their style.
I don't like the way they think as well. You know, because they're calling Mexicans immigrants.
Mm.
It's their land.
Yeah.
By rights, really. Who are you to say that they're an immigrant, mate? It's they were brought up there. It's you're building a wall. For what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Mate, the mentality just blows my mind. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, they got some sick shit out there, you know. You know, the trains and that, and it's all popping off out in New York at the minute as well.
Yeah, I noticed that as
You know
well.
what I mean? Like whole cars getting done.
That's
Which is
actually
sick.
insane. I saw
Yeah.
that. I can't remember where I saw it, but again, social media, the accessibility to see that stuff immediately is insane. It's
But
not-
saying that, older writers, back in the day when we used to keep, look up foreign writers, they used to keep in contact, you know. Letters, weren't email, but letters and shit like that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'd come over, meet writers, do a bit, and then, vice versa.
yeah. Oh, so they came to you?
No, never to me, mate, no.
But just
I was too
generally.
antisocial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you say you were a bit of a kind of a lone star in that in the
Yeah,
game.
I mean, I
kind
rolled
of
with a
think-
lot of people, but I'm a lone wolf, really.
Yeah.
I do shit on my own. I used to go out bombing on my own.
Is that choice? You preferred it?
Yeah. It's nice to have one more man with you, but it's more of I don't know, it's more of a one-man thing.
Oh yeah, because it
It's-
becomes
you-
liability. It does libel, doesn't it?
I mean, it's good with two people, but one man is the best. Because you know yourself. If you're going to get yourself in trouble, it's because of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Saying that, when it goes to going yard, I think the more the better. You know, go with 30 man.
Reckon?
Yeah.
Is
Got more chance.
I see. Does it, and
But that's just my opinion. That's what I just think.
What a
And
kind of
it'd be nice to see more trains battered with tags as well, and not just dubs and pieces. Bring it back.
a pack mentality, you mean, for those kind of events?
What do you mean?
Going out in, like...
Yeah, if you're going to go and do yards, then I think the more the better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, 30 man in a yard, nice. Who's going to stop you?
Yeah, I think it is that.
Do you know what I mean? You know, you've got three writers, mate. They're going to bring out the whole force.
Yeah.
You know, if they've got 30 writers, they're just going to be like, just clean it.
Yeah, they are getting cleaned.
Yeah.
But at the same time... I don't know, it's an interesting time.
Yeah, it's good.
Right now.
It's good.
Do you believe in the broken window theory?
What's that?
Well, I was told about this the other day. Koch, from who used to be the mayor of
New York.
He said that it's the broken window effect that kind of is installed in governments from a society point of view, that if you've got a broken window, then it's a derelict window. If you've got a derelict building, then you've got graffiti on the building. If you've got graffiti in the building, you've got an antisocial area. If you've got the antisocial area, then new laws can come in.
I
and
think
change.
graffiti brings life to towns as well.
I agree.
It does, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, take, I don't know, Port Slade, for instance, mate. It was a dead little shitty town till I moved there. Then I started bringing all my London mates down, mate, and we fucked it up, and it started looking a little bit busier. Shops were opening up, people were out and about, you know what I mean? But before
Gentrification came in,
yeah,
it was a trendy
before
again.
it was a shitty Port Slade. Do you know what I mean? Nothing there. No, you know, it was like, you know, wasteland, really. But, you know, a few tags brings it back to life. You know, those people that are there, like living there.
Yeah, and it's the most unsung component of redevelopment.
Yeah,
because you have to. I just feel like you
but
have to.
I think you know, what these new. It's not going to stop me from tagging a new build. It's just going to make me want to hit it even more because they've got these nice, soft, smooth surfaces. You know, you got a nice pen. You know, a bit of Flowmaster. It's fucked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. I appreciate exactly what you're saying. I mean, it's more
a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's just I guess from your point of view, it's all the surfaces matter, don't they? That's
They do, apart from that old fucking shitty brick.
What kind's that?
You know, like that old medieval brick.
Okay.
I don't like that shit, man.
Yeah. Do you have any like reservations for hitting any particular things back in the day?
Nah, I've hit churches, hospitals, whatever.
Really?
I'll tag anything.
That never phased you?
No. Vandal, innit?
Yeah. Vandal first.
Vandal for life, mate. You know?
Yeah.
That was the mentality, you know? Vandal. Born a vandal, could die a vandal, you know?
Yeah. It's funny, isn't it, that there is that ingredient in Graff that is either a lot to somebody or minor to... Actually, the complete opposite. But there's this, like, harmony in which two sides play. Do you know what I mean? Like, the vandal side and
the artistic side, the creative side,
and they sometimes they play, sometimes they crack. I mean,
Yeah.
there are exceptions to the rules.
I don't get me wrong, I love, you know, nice pieces and dubs. I love them, you know? I like seeing them.
Yeah.
I like doing them.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah.
Yeah, and by the way...
There's a difference. There's a difference between
I'm
you
not
know?
discrediting you at all for any of those.
No. You know, it is what it is, isn't it? You know, it's like styles. So many different styles. Some are ugly, some are beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, I personally think the old London style is the best.
Give me some examples.
Desire.
Yeah.
His style's sick.
Yeah.
You know, Mir always had that flavour. Do you know what I mean? That London edge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who else? Sheck was another
Sheck,
one. Yeah, he had
yeah.
that nice sharp style. You know what I mean? You know, there was a lot of decent around cons. You know, Boast had a nice bubble style. He was one of the ones that started me right, and he was the one that got me on insides. Boast MTS.
Nice.
Yeah, he got me on insides, so I used to start going on the insides with purple fibbins. He showed me the little plots. He took me about it, showed me the plots, you know, to get belt belt-ons, whatnot, you know what I mean? There was a good belt-on plot around the corner from here as it goes back in the day.
What's that?
Yeah, it was like the main spot.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just outside of London. It's not too close into London where people have got the word. That...
Yeah, you used to have to buzz in and buzz out, mate. That was a wicked little plot.
Really?
Yeah, and the racks were there. As soon as you went in, the racks were there. Puffer jacket.
Brazen.
Yeah.
Do you think it's
I got big up ones with B&Q as well, man. They provided a lot of my shit back in the day.
ones with B&Q old tight?
And Homebase. And the Halfords. You know, you got there early enough. The Jack Blacks, the reason why they were gone, mate, is because I'd already got there. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's a youthful sport? Do you think with age comes wisdom? Do you think it's like...
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course it does, yeah. You're not born with wisdom, are you?
No. But you just want to... you've stopped.
I haven't stopped. I've never stopped. I've just, slowed down for a minute.
Slowed down.
Yeah, I come in waves. Some writers come in waves, you've got to deal with shit, you've got to know where your priorities are right, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I'm quite happy at the minute, I've got a nice little life going.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm too happy going home, doing my shit.
I'm really happy for you. It sounds like in all fairness, brother, you've had a very heavy beginning of your life.
Yeah, it's been turbulent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still is, but just got to deal with those mental problems, ain't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Mental, literal, or mental.
Well, yeah, day-to-day life's a mental problem, isn't it? These days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mate, honestly.
Yeah. The day-to-day life is a struggle, isn't it, for a lot of people?
Yeah. For you?
No, not anymore.
No.
No.
It's good when it's relieved.
But it could change at any minute,
Yeah. Yeah.
Flip of a coin, it could be
Have you
turmoil again, you know what I mean?
But have you to have had experienced that before? Is there a kind of process in your head where you're like, actually, I've had this shit, because I do it all the time. It's like, oh, hold on, I've had shit that's worse than this that's happened before. I think I know how to figure this out and not go backwards.
Yeah, but sometimes things just happen. You can't stop. Just barge through.
It's hard.
There's stuff in the world that you can't stop.
Yeah, especially as you get older, things are completely out of your control.
Out of control, yeah.
Yeah. And that's, I guess, what you're saying is like when priorities take precedent, and or opportunities arise, or
yeah, you just got to grab opportunities by the hand, didn't you? Really?
Yeah.
Just do your thing. Find your way in life.
Yeah.
Get up.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say. Get up. That's all that matters. Get up.
What else are you into? Tattoo, fashion? You like fashion and music?
I've always liked music, but I'm more of an old school hip hop head. 90s rap's my era, innit?
Yeah.
But I do like, I've always been drum and bass. Drum and bass was a big influence growing up. Punk music. The Clash, Sex Pistols, The Damned.
Yeah, it just.
I used to go to festivals with my mum and shit. And see all these bands live and that. Get lost in the crowd. Did my own thing. It was wild days. The 80s.
Mad.
It was mad. Yeah, I don't think, a lot of it wouldn't happen now.
No.
Well, you'd probably be kidnapped and fucking taken to Portugal or something. I don't know.
You sound rounded, man. You sound like the kind of... that's exactly what I grew up on. Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's just like metal rock,
Yeah,
punk,
now I'm getting into a
drum
little
bass.
bit of hardcore just because I've been around the tattoo studios, a bit of hardcore. I'm not going to lie, I do like my Slipknot, what I mean? Big influence on me now.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
I like my music's changed a bit, I've got less narrow-minded and, opened my ears up and thought, you know what, this is actually got sound.
I kind of got into Napalm Death and Cannibal Corpse and things like that. I fuck with that.
Yeah.
I
like, D's Nuts, in Russia, what are they called? Moscow Death Brigade.
Moscow Death Brigade.
Yeah.
Oh, they sounded good.
They're nuts. They're like, I don't know, I think they're Russian writers singing hardcore.
Fuck, I need to check this out.
Yeah, they're quite hardcore.
Moscow Death Brigade.
Yeah. I rate them still.
Oh my god,
Their videos
I'm
are
fucking
sick.
in.
Yeah. Give them a shout, innit? They're on Instagram and that.
I
don't know them personally, but that's what I'm listening to at the minute.
Bro, that's fire. I need some of that in my life.
Yeah, they're heavy, man.
Fucking great. When I think of the 90s with Graff, and I said this to Zonk actually, it's an affliction of like a style that is really like, it runs in tune with the music genres of the time. You know what I mean? Like two-step garage is coming through. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, there's an adaptation of Graff. It just kind of fell in sync with what was cool and current.
Well,
at the
when
time.
I was growing up, in the 90s, it was more drum and bass orientated.
Yeah.
All my generation are drum and bass heads, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me, Touch, Swag, Plug, we was all drum and bass heads, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd always see them Turn. Fucking Turn, he was at every rave I ever went to, I think.
Really?
Yeah, man. Turn, big
So
up
sick.
Turn. He was fucking everywhere.
Really?
And he can march for a crowd as well. Turning at a rave, mate. If you need to get from one arena to the other, get behind him because he just fucking balls true, mate.
Really? He's just like
he's the man.
carpet cut his way through,
Yeah.
like give a fuck. Oh yeah, no, I do love that era, and I think the soundtrack to that was most certainly like that kind of drum and bass era. That
Skibbity Shabba.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's been on here.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, Skibbar Shabba, Andy C. He's the Dunny.
He's a Dundada. We got guests in the house, by the way. He's just. I won't say no names, but he's in the house. He's just making himself ever present.
What are you doing, making the teas?
He's making a cup. My boy.
Put the kettle on, Rosie.
Make yourself comfortable, mum, mate. Get one for us as well, go on.
I'm alright, I've got the coronavirus.
He's on the coronavirus.
Yeah, I'm on the coronavirus and the weed, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, listen, by the way, you maybe...
I'm a big weed smoker. You want to send me any weed? Send me some weed, man.
Yeah. We'll do tattoos for weed.
Yeah, I trade, you know what I mean? I don't mind trading. If you've got a good trade for me, then I'll trade, you know? It's not all about money, you know?
That's cool,
Well,
I like
you know,
that.
when money's going to be obsolete, you know,
Yeah.
I can still do business, you know?
Yeah.
You know, if I ever go to prison, I hope I don't. But if I ever did, I'd be all right, because I've got a trade.
You know how to sustain.
Yeah, I'm self-sufficient.
That's an interesting thing.
That's another reason why I got into tattooing, to be self-sufficient. I don't want to rely on no one, you know what I mean? I want to rely on myself. You know, self-sufficient.
Yeah, independent.
You know,
Like artistry, you know? Like, you've got to try and find ways of living.
Well, you know, there's painters out there that can paint amazing paintings and like selling them for 60 quid, you know what I mean?
That's the hustle.
Yeah, it's their hustle, you know, but it's, you know, I don't know. Tattooists get a bit more, don't they?
Yeah. They do, don't they? What's the average price on a tat?
It can vary.
Yeah?
Yeah, 50 to 100 really on minimum.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Still,
For a minimum,
deal,
you know.
It's a good deal, isn't
Well,
it?
I work in a walk-in shop. I like doing walk-ins because that's when you meet the most people and that's when you get up on the most people as well.
Yeah.
It's not all about lettering for me, mate. It's about tattooing. It doesn't matter what I'm tattooing, you know, as long as I'm making the customer happy, feel comfortable and having a good experience from it.
I was staggered, like, recently. And bear in mind, like, guys, like, I'm a fan first, right? And if I was to ever go graffiti writing, I'd be a novice at first. I was surprised to hear the price, an average price of a piece that a graffiti artist should pay to, you know, as in the cans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like...
See,
it's crazy money.
It's mad money, man. And, like, you know, I've got habits.
Yeah.
And, I smoke weed, I drink Coronas. You know, I've got cats to feed. I ain't got money out here to be buying paint.
It's actually mad. it's
I ain't got money out here to be buying paint, mate. You know.
Yeah.
I need a sponsor.
I mean, I'm this particular writer who I'm talking about. You know, he was like, "Yeah, that piece there, that cost me 40 quid."
I've seen writers spend hundreds of pounds, mate, and I've heard of writers. Well, I say writers, graffiti artists, saying, "Oh, why don't you spend more money on paint and you do something better?" I don't want to do anything better, mate.
Yes.
You know, I've got 3 cans. I'll do what I can with 3 cans.
Yeah.
And then majority of the time when I used to paint, I never had any paint, mate. I'll just get it off someone else. You know what I mean? South Bank was always a good choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No. All these stories are coming to light when, you know...
Me and So took a lot of paint from South Bank off people.
Yeah. The great thing about these podcasts, man, is the stories and how this DNA of tapestry of London culture, just like you hear these things, I'm like, yeah, like you guys are like fucking cool as fuck. I can't even imagine you being like that.
Yeah.
Cheers, brother. Nice one.
Like I say, with age comes wisdom, you know what I mean? You've got to know how to carry yourself as you get older.
Yeah.
I'm an old man nearly, you know what I mean? And I'm in my middle ages now, you know what I mean? It's, you know...
You
got to carry yourself a bit correct, ain't you?
Yeah. Is that an advisory thing from you, or do you think?
I don't know. It's just how I've learnt and grown up, innit? You know, I just have to carry yourself the way you carry yourself. You know, handle things the way you handle it. You know.
But there is change. People.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
But you know, things are in cycles. It always goes back.
Yeah.
Cycle.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, people don't learn from mistakes always. You know, you can go through them and tell someone, but they all can go through them. They have to learn themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people don't ever learn. Some people just keep doing the same mistakes over and over again.
Have you got friends that are still in the game?
Yeah.
And they just cycle.
Yeah.
Do you ever say to them like, "Yo, like"?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
I'm always preaching to my pals.
Hey, no.
Forever preaching to them, telling them to sort their life out, fix up.
But
you know,
you're a good example of like.
Well, you don't have to be me because I've done all the shit that they've done. You know, it's just, do you want to be doing it forever?
Yeah.
Do you want to be 30 still shoplifting? You know, even 40 shoplifting. You know,
That's got an addictive quality to it.
It's got an it's got an addictive, but it's not a career move, is it? It's not a job. It's not something that you can, you know, bring to the table.
Life's too short.
It's nice to have in the back burner, but it's nothing that you can bring to the table. You know, it's like, you know, a real graffiti writer will survive a nuclear attack from anyone, because we'll go underground. We'll just survive somehow. You know what I mean? We'll be under there. We'll be doing our thing. Community, boom, boom, boom. We'll survive. You know what I mean? We'll be out doing our missions. Is our way of life. You know what I mean? So we'll be out doing missions to get our food and
Yeah.
You know what
Dude,
I mean?
Honestly,
You know,
that's
we'll be
such
the
a good
survivors.
point. That's such a good point. I think there is something, and I think that intimidates the system. I think they know full well that you're clever.
But you can't rule us. That's what
Yeah.
they don't like. So you can't rule graffiti writers.
Yeah.
You can rule graffiti artists, but you can't rule graffiti writers. You know, there's no rules.
What a
There is no rules. You know what I mean? You know, it's like people say, "Oh, why did you do a dub over that piece?" You know, there's no rule because we can, innit?
Yeah,
We can.
there's no rules.
There's no rules to it, man. You know, it is what it is.
In a game with no scruples,
Exactly. There's, you know, it's not lawless. It's lawless, isn't it? There's no laws to it. You know, who's gonna, you know? Oh, you went over that. I laugh at that sort of shit. It's funny. I do like a bit of graffiti beef.
Do you like a bit of beef?
I like a bit of beef.
What's the biggest beef you've had?
Probably when I started with DDS.
Jesus.
That was probably the biggest beef. I used to get lined everywhere. My tags wouldn't survive 5 minutes.
Really?
But, you know, kept at it, mate.
That's a massive crew
Kept
to
at
be
it.
beefing with.
Kept at it. I was doing my own thing, you know. I was out doing my own shit with people that weren't even writing, you know what I mean? I was still at it, you know, out the areas, you know. In you know, I'd be up, mate, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet, but I was up with tags, you know, especially on the streets of London. Do you know what I mean? You'd see me like in the Aggiest estate, and then you'd see me on the poshest road. It was one of them ones.
Was that the dynamic you
Just hit everywhere? I mean, I met Example once, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you had a tag right outside my house." I was like, "Yeah, that was me." I met him at the premiere of I think it was at Ill Manners a long time ago.
Well, into that.
Did you go to that? Yeah.
I was in it.
Was you?
Yeah.
Oh, was you?
Yeah, I was doing the beatbox.
Yeah. I used to go to a lot of premieres back then.
Yeah. With your champagne.
There was a lot of champagne. Yeah, there was a lot of champagne. Yeah.
Bougie
and
Brigade.
Remy Martin. Yeah. Yeah, that was, yeah. I'm just thinking back to Richard Desmond's birthday party, sorry. A lot of people won't know who he is.
Who's that?
He's the guy who owns Channel 5 and OK Magazine, and, you know, he's a big fish.
Is he?
He's a big fish.
So where did he come after this conversation?
Yeah, that's another story. I'd rather not go into it.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That was another life.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm in a new life now.
That's hilarious. Life is full of mini lives.
Yeah, I've done loads of different shit in my life, man.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah. Dude, you
know?
have to go through it.
Yeah.
To experience a life, you've got to own one.
you do.
Own one.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, mate.
Well, it's been a pleasure fucking having you, my
Yeah,
brother.
man.
Honestly.
Anytime.
I swear to goodness. Thank you so much for passing
That's
through.
all right, pal.
See, I mean, we're keeping it dynamics in here, strictly for the vandalism squads inside the place with man like Spire. Thank you very much for passing
I want to
through,
give Cider a shout out as well, because I know he'll be pissed if I don't.
brother. Big shout out to Sham as well, my dog.
DTB fam.
There we go. There it is. Ooh, there it is. Upside your head. Ladies and gentlemen, the Killa Kela Podcast live in effect again. You stay lucky. Don't forget to share it. Shout out to Graffiti Kings. Peace.